Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today with a drugstore video. This is going to be a drugstore starter kit. If I'm starting from scratch, what are the things that I would buy today? These are all tried and true. I feel 100% recommending these to anybody. These are great products. I got this idea from Tara Lynn quite a while ago, but I was inspired to do it now because I just did a video on what I would be using if I wasn't a YouTuber. Y'all, there's so much drugstore in that video because that is what I come from. I loved drugstore and I knew that it would stand up next to those high-end products and I chose to wear that. So I wanted to do my favorite products if I was just putting together a starter kit for somebody. And I'm going to jump right into this, but before I do, I'm doing this in collaboration with HappinessSparkle. Okay, y'all, if you do not know HappinessSparkle, she's one of the sweetest, warmest, most genuine loving people I have ever met. She loves drugstore, so I can't wait to see what she's got in this video. She also loves purses, fashion, fragrance. She does some killer fragrance videos. She's just precious and adorable, and she will bless you. So be sure and go over and visit her. I'm going to link her down below, and I'm going to jump right into this, and I'm going to do this in the order that I would put this on my face. So I'm going to start with some concealer. It's Maybelline all day long. Maybelline really are the only concealers I found at the drugstore that I love. I had a NYX color corrector that I really loved that they discontinued, but these, hands down, are my favorites. And I would pick either, and these are totally tied. These are tied for first place. Either the Age Rewind, which I have in Brightener, and I use this for a color corrector every day, or the Superstay. And this is a full cover, beautiful concealer. Covers as good as anything I have. This is a doe foot in kind of this little plastic, cheap looking bottle, but the contents of this, the actual product of this is great. So it would be either the Superstay or the Age Rewind, and I love both of those. I always tear the little sponge off the end and twist it and put it on with a beauty blender, so I have more control. Either one of those. Okay, next for a foundation, I'll stay on the Maybelline train for a minute and just tell you that my top matte foundation is going to be the Superstay. This is a beautiful cover. It's a beautiful finish. It lasts all day. And this has been one of my top foundations for about 2 years now, or a year and a half. This is beautiful. And it's in a glass bottle. It comes in a pump. Mine is a dirty pump, but nevertheless, a pump. And that is just one of the best foundations to me on the market. And then if I'm picking up a glowy foundation, I don't even have to think about this. The Flower. It is a beautiful medium to full cover. It is a beautiful velvety glow that does not look oily. This is as beautiful as anything glowy and upper end that I have. It is beautiful. Okay, next for powders. For a transparent setting powder, I'm either picking the RCMA, which I don't have because I hate that little shaker. I hate the shaker it comes in, but I do love the product. And then for a pressed, the Milani Prep Set and Go. I keep this always in my desk right in front of me. It's a great translucent powder for all over your face. I love to set my eyes with this before I start my eyeshadow because it's so thin. It doesn't, make any texture stand out. This is just great. This is my second one of these. So I love the Milani Prep Set and Go. For a loose setting powder, I am loving this Infallible loose setting powder. This reminds me of the Lancome Long Time No Shine. That's what this reminds me of. It is finely milled. It looks like velvet on the skin as I spill it everywhere. Looks like velvet on the skin. It is just, hold on. That's it. And it's just fine as dust. And then a little bit blurring. It's not a finishing powder, but it is a little bit blurring. It is lovely. Okay, for touch-up powders, I have several. For several different things you might be wanting. First, I have the Flower Light Illusion, and that is almost empty. I will replace it. This is a very good dupe for the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish. These are very, very close. I keep them both. And I love them both. So I will replace the flower when it's gone. It's just a very blurring, perfecting, velvety finish of a powder. And it is a very nice blur. Then for a little bit of a brightening and kind of an HD powder type of a blur, it's that kind of it doesn't have a white cast, but it's got that HD look to it, like the It by Pores, the e.l.f. Perfect Finish HD powder. And I'll put a little bit of this one on with you. So you can see it does lighten a little bit, which I like, but not, not a whole lot. It doesn't leave a white cast, but it's just got that beautiful HD blur. It is so nice. And this is so finely milled, y'all. It's so powdery. You just tap into that. It's just such a nice blur. Okay, for brightening. If you want a brightening powder, I don't think that you can beat the Essence Brighten Up. This is such a beautiful banana powder, and it's beautiful for under the eyes. I go through my T-zone in the high points of my face to brighten up a little bit. And this is just so nice. I know Mrs. Melissa M., I think she likes the peach one too. I want to try that. But this Essence Brighten Up powder, the banana, is great. Okay, and then my last powder, if you want something that is a full cover, the Maybelline Superstay is my favorite at the drugstore. And I don't like this. This says it's a full cover foundation powder. I don't like this as a foundation at all. But as a full cover touch up in the middle of the day, I love it. I love to carry this in my purse. I love to carry this one and the flower in my purse because then whatever I need, these will do it. These totally freshen my makeup up in the middle of the day. Okay, let's go into a little bit of color. We'll start with the bronzers. In my top, okay, no, let's start with the contour because I start every day with a contour. I go over this part of my nose. I go over like this part of my eye. Your inner eyebrow is a great place to contour. And then right here. And I have this on today. And this is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronzette. And I'm so glad I did this video because when I was preparing for it, what I usually use is the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star. Well, this will run you over $50, but I thought, yeah, but I just love it. I love that color. I could not tell the difference today. When I use my L'Oreal Lumi, I could not tell the difference. This is a cool bronzer and it's soft. So I got just as good. It's got a tiny bit of a shine to it, but I mean, you can see I wore it today and it's not overly shiny. So if you want a drugstore contour, that is a really, really nice one. And I love that as a bronzer too. And the shine in it has not made any of the lines on my forehead stand out. So. Okay, next, my favorite bronzers. I would say my number one is probably this Maybelline City Bronzer, and this is in 200, and it's what I have on today, and it's warm, it has a little bit of a red undertone, and I just love this. I think this is as good as anything upper end I have, and I love that red tone. It just goes on smooth, builds up really nice. It's everything I want in a bronzer, and I really love that. Neck and neck with this is the Milani Baked Silky Matte Bronzer. And I love this one in 02. And this also has kind of that reddish undertone. And it doesn't look like it there, but when I get that on my face, it's kind of a reddish undertone. And so these are neck and neck. You cannot go wrong with either a City Bronzer or a Milani. Then for a golden undertone, I'm going to say the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. And I just got this recently in Sunkissed. And this is so nice. Beautiful and soft like butter. And it's on that finger. Look at that. Beautiful. It's just like a caramely, buttery, golden color. and it's got that coconut smell that I love. So, but it does have a scent. I could pretty much just have those 3 bronzers and just stop. Never buy, another bronzer and have every look that I could ever really want. Okay, next, let's go on to blushes. And I'm going to start with the cream blushes. Didn't even have to think about this. My very top most used cream blush. Did I say cream bronzer? Cream blush from the drugstore is this Flower Blush Balm in Melon. And this particular one is just beautiful because I can put pinks over it and make it like a peachy pink, or I can put peaches over and get a real good coral look. And it is so easy to put on. I either just put it directly onto, look at that, that's so beautiful. I either put this directly onto a little cheeky beauty blender or put it on the back of my hand and then, just tap this into it and then just all over my face. Or just tap it on with my finger. It's so easy to apply. It doesn't get streaky. And this is my second one of these. I will always keep that. Then more recently, I picked up the Milani Cheek Kiss, and this is what I have on today, and this is in Cheeky Coral. And this is so easy to put on. It's a great color, and this one has a little bit more of an orange to it, maybe less pink. Yeah, that has a little more orange. It's more like a true orange, like a true coral, and a little earth behind it. That's what I have on today. And then over it, we're going to move on to the powders now. I have on a L'Oreal, and that is the L'Oreal Baby Blossom, but any L'Oreal. You could pick up any L'Oreal, and these are going to be as good as probably any upper end you might have. The one I have on today is Baby Blossom, and this so reminds me of an hourglass because it's just that real pastel pink. It goes on very soft and beautiful, and I thought, that looks like an hourglass. So any of these kind of pastel L'Oreals, those are a good substitute for the hourglasses, in my opinion. And then probably my very top blush out of the entire L'Oreal line is this Rosy Outlook. I love the Rosy Outlook, Spiced Plum, Apricot Kiss, Subtle Sable. Okay, that's the Rosy Outlook. Y'all, I need a moment of silence to get over it. That is a pink with a definite red. It's like right between a pink and a red. And I didn't realize it had kind of a shimmer in it, but it looks like it has a little shimmer. It doesn't shimmer too much on the face. I think this is my most perfect color. So I guess if I was going to pick just one for a starter kit, it would be the Rosy Outlook. But the Baby Blossom is so nice too. This reminds me of the hourglass. So I'm going to say one of those. A good runner-up to that, a good runner-up to those L'Oreals are these Rimmel Maxi blushes. And y'all, look at the size of that pan. These are under $5. And this one in Sweet Cheeks reminds me of a MAC either in Peaches or Melba. These are just great. If you are really on a strict budget, you're really wanting to keep it down, which a lot of us are right now with quarantine and businesses shutting down, under $5. These Rimmel Maxi blushes are great. I just need more colors of these, and I probably would talk about those all the time. Oh, and then also I have to mention the Luminoso by Milani. This always brightens up my face. If you are wanting a kind of a glowy peach, I know y'all have seen this a million times, but I can't leave it out. Look at that. Every time I use this to touch up in the day, I make myself better. I'm like, wow, I should use that every day. Every day. Hold on. I'll just, layer those blushes up. And, oh, y'all. The Luminoso and the Rosy Outlook. If I had those two blushes, I could live on those for the rest of my life because I wouldn't want to give either one of them up. Okay, next, highlighters. And I'm going to give you a couple of choices. If you want a blinding highlighter, the Flower Strobe palette, Shimmer and Strobe. This is a highlight that you are going to see from space. Like I can just literally very lightly, and I'm getting that. And you've got a couple of it looks like a champagne, a gold, and a pink. And that's barely touching, y'all. Those are, you know, people will see you coming highlighters. We'll put a little bit on. Beautiful. These are beautiful. They are just creamy and they go on really nice. Any shimmer is going to show pores. If you have pores, you know, anything shiny is. So I always go over it with a little beauty blender, and that's beautiful. Neck and neck with that is the Colourpop Flexitarian. Again, this is a soft, like butter. And look at that shine. Okay, we're going to put this one on the other cheek. Beautiful. And both of these are pretty blinding, but any highlighter, if you go over it with, you know, a damp beauty blender, you can kind of tame that down. Those are both beautiful. Then if you want something subtle, what's more classic than the Essence Pure Nude highlighter? And this is like skin. This is like beautiful, glowy skin. And one of my absolute all-time favorites. Beautiful. I want to say like an hourglass powder. Beautiful skin, lip from within glow. Okay, next, eyeshadows. And I'm going to say my very, very top eyeshadow is specifically the Colourpop Yes Please. Colourpop Shadows, they have just a great formula. And my top Colourpops, I'm sorry y'all, it's probably loud. The Yes Please, this is what I have on today. And it is just, it's great. It's just a beautiful, warm palette that goes on seamlessly. Not a lot of fallout. It goes on nice and smooth, easy to blend. Love that. Then I also love the Going Coconuts for just a good neutral look. And this shade right here is so brightening. On your inner corner, it's shocking. Look at that. That is so brightening on the lid or the inner corner. So this will give you just a beautiful, everyday neutral look. And tons of people love that. It's a great palette. I also love Milani Shadows. Now, I will tell you, I'm a little dated on my Milani Shadows. I don't know that they make these mirrored fronts anymore. If you can find them, I love these. These would be at my very top if I knew you could get your hands on them. But if you can, these Milani Shadows, the Most Loved Mattes, Bold Obsessions, and Soft and Sultry were great. I just don't know if you can get them anymore. But I have heard good things about the new Milani Shadows. I don't have firsthand knowledge of those, but if you can still get these, I loved these Milani Shadows with the mirrored fronts. For some eyeliners, I'm picking the Rimmel liners for the eyes, and I use this one in Black Coal. It's a soft black coal. And I ordered these on Amazon for just next to nothing. And this is pretty much this, and my liquid is all I use on the top. And then for this lower lash line, I usually do this with eyeshadow, and then I kind of firm it up with this, kind of make it a little richer with this. And this is the Prestige in Black Brown. And this is my new one, but I wanted to show y'all. Like, I have a tiny one. I keep these in backup, but I always keep these, and they last me for about 2 years. And then for a liquid, didn't even have to think about it. This e.l.f., and this is an intense ink eyeliner. I think any of the e.l.f.s are great. I can go thick, I can go thin with this. It's like a felt tip, so it, you know, it doesn't just slide real fast. I've got good control with it. I love the e.l.f. liners. That's my absolute top drugstore. Okay, then I had to include this. If you like to lighten up on your inner corner or on your lid, the NYX Jumbo Stick in Milk. I don't know what I would do without this. I used to use stick concealer, which I would also recommend for a starter kit. Maybelline stick concealer for anything you want to lighten up. And I used to lighten up my inner corner with this. Now I use it for lipsticks or to touch up. The NYX Jumbo Stick in Milk is the perfect lightener for your eyelid in the inner corner. I don't know how I ever went without this, but I would never do a starter kit without that. Next, let's move on to lips, and we'll start with lip liners. And I have a couple that are neck and neck, and they are the Rimmel liners and Milani liners. I would say I love these equally. The Rimmels, sadly, now are a little bit harder to get your hands on. I really love these neck and neck. Rimmel is very inexpensive now, though. And I love any Rimmel color, but I like the ones that you have to sharpen. Tiramisu. Oh, I got some of these on Amazon. What? I got some of these on Amazon a couple of months back. I will link those down below. A beautiful rose color, kind of a peachy nude color. But the Rimmel liners are just great. They go on easy. They last forever, and I think they're around $3. I also love Milani's. These are so beautiful, and you have to sharpen them, but they are nice and soft. And I will link my favorite colors down below. This one is in All Natural. But I like the All Natural, and there's some pinky nudes, there's some peachy nudes. Those are just great. They're very smooth, they're easy to put on. They remind me of when you have to twist up, the softness does, but then they're sharp, you have to sharpen them. And I love that because they don't break off as easy. And then for lipsticks, it's either L'Oreal or Maybelline. And my favorite L'Oreal shade is the 910 in Shining Peach. And this is what I have on today, and it's just a beautiful pinky nude. I'm going to put a little on. And it's called Shining Peach, but it's pink on me. Yeah, that's beautiful. I love it. This is about my third tube of this, so I love that. I also love the Maybelline in Purely Nude. Now, I don't think they carry this in stores anymore, but I wanted to show it to you because it is the drugstore version on me of Kim KW. It is so good, and I think I can still find this on Amazon. I will link it if I can find it. And I think I can because I just replaced mine. It's beautiful. It is just a beautiful peachy nude. Hands down, these are my top two drugstore picks. Okay, then for a gloss, I'm picking Rimmel or Milani. And the Rimmel glosses, okay, the packaging isn't that great, and the doe foot isn't that great. And then you put it on, and it's magic. It is creamy and doesn't feel sticky. They have great, well, colors I like. And I'll put my favorites down below. These do have a little bit of that glossy, plasticky smell, but it dissipates once it's on your lips. These are just great. They aren't sticky at all. I don't know how they do that. And then a big love. Love these Milani Keep It Fulls. And I love everything about these. I love the packaging, how fat that is. I love the fat doe foot on it. I love the colors, and they just keep getting more and more of these colors. All right, I'm going to put some more on. I love this color because it kind of lightens whatever you have on. This is all natural, almost natural. And this was probably the first color I picked up of this. But I love it in a lot of different colors. And I will list my favorites down below. This doesn't feel mentholy or cold, even though it's called Keep It Full. A lot of times this feels cold, this doesn't. So those are beautiful. Okay, and then for mascara, every day and twice on Sundays. This is what I use every day. I use the Essence Primer, and I do think that this makes a difference on how well my mascara stays on. This makes my eyelashes huge, and it's about $3. So I don't stray far from this. And then the Essence Sculpted Volume. You know, both of these are what I have on, and I love them. They just go on and make my lashes. They go on quick, and they make my lashes huge. I just love those. And that is all of my products for a drugstore starter kit. All of this will be linked down below, and I'm also going to link some brushes in case you really are starting a kit for you or a granddaughter or a daughter. And that's all I have for you. Y'all be sure and go visit Frances, Happiness Sparkles. She will bless you. You are about to fall in love with her if you don't know her already. She'll be listed down below. Let me know your favorite drugstore products, and that's all I have for you. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day. Bye.